From a $49,000 house sitting on 4.5 acres of land to a $25,000 beauty in Manchester, these are 13 farmhouses in Kentucky, so cheap it almost feels illegal to buy them. Let's start off with a house that has tons of potential because of the land it's sitting on. Located in Vico, this property can be yours for just $75,000, and you gain 10 acres of land to work on with it. Of course, by the looks of it, there are some renovations to be made, but you're getting a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with 1,781 square feet of space to work inside. The 10 acres are a massive bonus if you plan on starting your own farm or exercising some other activities that are suitable for a farmhouse. Either way, it's worth exploring, and if you want to learn more about it, make sure to act quickly before it's gone. Another beautiful house that we have prepared for you can be located in Morganfield. This 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house will win your hearts with the greenery around it. The fact that it sits on 2 acres of land is also very suitable for your own little farm, and with 5,300 square feet, it can nest a larger group of people for a weekend getaway or just a normal picnic day. It was built in 1800, so a couple of renovations might be needed around it. But the potential can be seen from the pictures. Tons of trees, a huge yard for the kids, and peep this, it has some great historical background. The house was originally built by Dr. Francis C. Brady and was later expanded by prominent attorney and banker George Houston. The house hosted the Union troops during the Civil War and even welcomed former President John Tyler back in 1846. The last renovations here were made between the 1970s and 1990s, but with original brickwork and timeless architectural character, it offers a blend of Southern elegance and historical touch. The possibilities here are endless. All you have to do is pre-qualify or have a letter of funds for showing, and there is a note that says the home itself needs major renovation. But with a price cut of $14,000 from the original price and a great location close to the city amenities, this should be a no-brainer decision for you. Let's take you to Parksville and this lovely small home that sits on 1 acre of land. A 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with just 600 square feet of inside room that provides this feeling of comfort and rural lifestyle. Built in 2000 and selling just under the $60,000 mark, the house itself does need a personal touch if you want to get a grip on the modern world, but if you desire this lumberjack lifestyle, you can leave the authentic looks and make some functional renovations around it. What's worth adding is the space you receive with it. There is a lot of room to create your own barn, engage in farming, or even keep poultry if you wish. The house itself is 1.5 stories, and prior to the sale, it had been used as a rental. This is more of a project for those of you who have vision and want to wake up the builder soul inside of you. But make no mistake, with the right amount of money and some proper people around it, you can make this house your little piece of paradise. What's worth adding is that the house itself has a great location, Boyle County. So while it seems like it's far away from local shops, it gives you plenty of silence and peace for your farm life. It would also serve a great purpose as a getaway house with your friends. Just fire up the barbecue and enjoy the crisp air from all the green scenery around you. Don't wait too long. For this price, it's a bargain. We take you to Manchester and this lovely 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with 1,056 square feet that was built back in 1948, selling for just $55,000. Sitting on 0.7 acres, the forest around it makes it the perfect place for a farmhouse. All you have to do is invest in your dream and make this project become a reality. The house itself is in good condition, and again, I do need to stress the importance of the environment. It's literally surrounded by nature. There is a detached building that comes with it where you can store your stuff or make it an additional living space. Do as you see fit. The home itself does need some TLC, but for the investors who have a vision of making their own slice of paradise, then I don't need to speak further. What's a bonus for you is that there is a room that was started but never finished, so your project mind will be occupied with it and add more square footage to the house. Local amenities are just minutes away from you, and there is one thing that I can guarantee you. You'll be receiving a rural life experience while also having everything close to you. A perfect trade for someone who's looking for a life or a getaway weekend on a farmhouse. Staying in Manchester, we have a similar choice for you with a bit smaller acreage, 0.5, but a bigger potential to make it a farmhouse because of the flatness of the surrounding yards around it. The price is literally the same as the previous house, $55,000, and I don't need to talk to you about the proximity of the local amenities. This 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with 912 square feet should definitely be on your list if you want to pursue a farmhouse lifestyle in Kentucky. Similar to the previous one, it does need a TLC, but there have been some recent renovations such as drywall work, paint, flooring, and roof back in 2017. The inside of the house does have a bit of an antique feeling, which can be an ick for certain people, so if you want to renovate that, you'd need to have a prepared budget. But as it is right now, it's doing its job, so it's up to you to decide whether you'll turn this into a proper farmhouse where the inside won't matter as much, or you'll turn it into your proper weekend getaway, where you'll pay a lot more attention to the interior. It's located on Highway 1350, so you have an exit on the main road right away. And with a bit of a loving touch, you can turn this property into your next home. Don't wait another second. Ring up that phone and contact the agent right away. Moving on to Pikeville, we have an authentic-looking house with 0.5 acres around it to help you pursue your farmhouse dream. This 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house does need some work around it, but with 1.5 stories and a detached barn that can help with storage, it's definitely worth being on your list. It was built in 1978, and the seller is motivated to sell quickly, which is why there is a current price cut of $5,000. As we speak, this house can be yours for just $52,000. Obviously, the terrain isn't perfect, but the surroundings are astonishing. You're receiving a house in the mountains, with fresh air being your everyday guest. The inside does look decent, and it might not need a lot of work if you're a minimalist and satisfied with little things. There is one thing that's guaranteed with this house: peace and tranquility. You'll wake up without the noise of the big cities. It's just you and nature. And the space isn't that bad either, 1,368 square feet, so you might think twice before labeling this as just a weekend getaway and not a proper place to stay for a longer period of time. If you are looking for a farmhouse on the hills, this is the perfect choice for you. The nature around you makes it a great environment for all sorts of animals. And because you're located just to the right of Zebulon Highway, you'll have access to local amenities in a couple of minutes. Let's go to probably one of our best choices in today's video, this house located in Bowling. With 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, the square footage isn't what's going to surprise you. It's the amount of land you're receiving for just $49,000, 4.52 acres. It literally screams farmhouse in your face, and when you look at the interior, you'll be even more surprised. It needs little to no renovation at all. Built in 1973, this house is meant to give you all of the value and privacy you need. And on top of that, it comes with a separate storage building for more convenience. Yes, the interior itself does look decent, but the exterior needs some work around it. And if you want to make this a living space, which you fully can because of its location, then you might as well work on the interior part a bit. As we speak, the property has a detached carport, which is always a plus when you buy a house on the outside. You're guaranteed to have privacy here because of how far this house is from the highway and other homes, and that's what makes it a perfect project for a farmhouse of your dreams. Even if that's not your priority, the big spacious lot around it makes it a great commodity for weekends well spent with your family, or just a proper one-week getaway from all the noises in the big city. Do not waste any more time. This house can be yours for just under $50,000. A very pleasant house is waiting for you in Wickliffe for a convenient price of $47,800. 6 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms combined in a 2,712 square foot area that will make your stay even more pleasant. There is no doubt that this house was built for bigger families, but that doesn't mean that a farm life won't be applicable here. There is one thing guaranteed with this property: versatility. You can use it as a primary residence, a large single-family home, or even a duplex. There is a new roof that was installed in the summer of 2024, and the first unit, which has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, does need a bit of a personal touch to make it more aesthetic. On the other hand, the second unit, which has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, has floor joists removed and is ready for replacement. This is the project you've been waiting for a long time, and peep this. The place comes with its own attached garage with 10-foot ceilings. It's perfect for a workshop or to store all of your needed amenities for farm life. On top of that, you have a utility room behind the garage. There are washer-dryer hookups already in place, so this is definitely a house that you can live in for a longer period of time, making it even more convenient for your next farmhouse project. Why are you still waiting here? Pick up the phone and make the call to the agent. If you're more of a wild soul and want projects that do look abandoned, then I have this $35,000 house for you in Pikeville. It doesn't cover much, just 0.32 acres of land, and both the interior and the exterior do need to be worked on. But for that price, you might as well expand your building spirit to a next level. This 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house covers 1,000 square feet, and by the looks of it, you might want to call your buddies if they share the same enthusiasm as you. But if they do, then for a small portion of the price, you can make it a functional farmhouse. The reason for that is simple. The terrain is great, the surroundings are perfect, and you can already see animals walking left and right here if you're a visionaire. The city limits are 4.3 miles away from you, and there are public utilities on the site, such as power, water, and sewer. All in all, it's a project house that would be perfect if you're a building soul and a person who always sees the vision in the things that need repair. Another small but convenient home can be found in Pineville, with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. This 1,453 square foot house can be yours for just $35,000. There is a nice acreage that comes along with it. So you'll have plenty of room to expand on your farmhouse dreams, especially when you see the location of the house. It's located right next to Highway 119, but it has a connection with nature by being very proximate to the Cumberland River. So fresh air and cool mornings will be your go-to to start the day with. Obviously, it has tons of potential for your recreational farming, but even if you're not a big fan of that, with 3 bedrooms, you can easily spend your weekends here with your close ones. Pineville is walking distance away from you, even though it would be recommended to take a car ride for amenities and groceries. But if you stock up from before, then you can easily spend tons of time here without being disturbed by the loud and non-stopping voices from the city. We're moving to Drift, with a lovely small house that can serve the purpose of a farmhouse for you. With a price of $34,900, the potential is definitely there. It sits on a small lot of 0.15 acres, but with 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and 1,600 square feet of space, it does have its perks as a small living space. The basement includes a garage door, which is ideal for utility storage in case you decide to turn it into a farmhouse. And while the outside doesn't provide that much potential to recreate this business of yours, it's not to be thrown away. The potential here lies in the basement. It's an unfinished walkout one, and it includes another bath roughed in, with 1 additional bedroom. The main living level includes 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and overall, it can be a cozy home for a proper getaway. You have a couple of houses around you, but they ought to capture the feeling of a rural life, which is somehow adapting this house towards the farmhouse narrative. The potential and vision are there. All you have to do is explore your inner creativity and turn this into your next project. The price should nudge you in the right direction. Now we're getting somewhere, as this 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home in Manchester with 960 square feet might be the project you're looking for. The price shouldn't surprise you. A $25,000 tag comes with its pros and cons, but let's start with the pros instead. 1.87 acres and lovely natural surroundings make this a perfect candidate for a farmhouse. There is a lot to be worked on, especially in the interior, but the house looks nice and ready to be moved in immediately. Of course, being built in 1962 does come with some negativities, such as having to strengthen it a little bit. But if you're looking for a project that could be both a living place and a weekend getaway, then look no further. Local stores are a bit far away, but you're located on 128 Davis and Smith Road, so by car, you should be able to reach the city of Ogle in a couple of minutes. And last but not least, we have this home in Morganfield that is in desperate need to be worked on. That's probably the reason why the price is $25,000. But if you're an enthusiast for projects like this, then you'll fall in love with the potential that this house presents to you. From the first look, you probably figured out that work on both the interior and exterior ends will be needed. Needless to say, you'd have to invest probably the same amount as the house's value right now to make it perfect for your liking. But with the location being extraordinarily good and local amenities being very close, you'll have the perfect mix of a rural and urban life in one. The house itself has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and with 1,280 square feet of living space, it's perfect for anyone who sees himself in a mixed reality of a farmhouse lifestyle combined with commuting to work daily. The town of Morganfield gives you all of the needed luxuries to turn this home into your next project. So make sure to call the number and contact the agent before it runs away. There we have it, 13 amazing farmhouses for sale in Kentucky. If you liked our video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more related content.